Welcome back, everybody, to the Nevada Wolfpack Dynasty. We are 4-2, 2-0 in Mountain West Conference play, and looking at our schedule after a big win, 62-7 last week to Air Force, we have Wyoming, UTEP, and NIU, all teams that are pretty low on the totem pole in our conference. Coming off of last episode, we have our first commits of this series and the biggest ones. Damarr Tamm, 89 speed, 92 acceleration, 6'5", 196 wide receiver who can run the entire route tree, has committed. He will be a future best friend of one of our quarterbacks in the future, hopefully Enrique Damico if he sticks around, but more probably Chet Harper, who is a proximity to home deal breaker quarterback, 77 overall. Probably won't get much better than what he is, but is still well-rounded right now. We have a couple of injuries this season so far, but a big one last episode during that Air Force game was Josiah Persinger. He was the freshman transfer from Louisville, actually from Virginia, and he is really, really good, but he's got to stay healthy. He's been hurt a couple of times this year. So his backup, well, I wouldn't say backup, but the other corner is Sion Leolea. He's been really good this year, and one thing I didn't ever notice is that he has skill points here to use. So we are going to actually use those right now, and I'm going to actually upgrade his house call up to gold, and then eventually I get it to platinum. So he is already a guy that plays really, really well in zone coverage, and hopefully upgrading that house call to platinum is going to be the thing that's going to take him to the next level here in his senior season as a transfer as well. Enrique Damico is second in the conference so far in touchdown passes. He's got 16 total. DL is down on the board here with rushing yards. He's only got 293, but he's been decent for us, a 4.2 yards per carry average. I definitely want to get that up though. Cooper Flanagan leads the conference in touchdown receptions with 7. And then defensively, we are just dominating here. Russell Davis, the second, has 19 total tackles for loss. That is just amazing. He leads in total tackles as well. He is also like top 5 in sacks. Russell Davis has just been an amazing player so far here in this series. And then Jonathan Maldonado, 6 sacks coming off of a 5.5 sack season last year. Eric Sendejo has been really good getting after the quarterback. He's got 4. The entire defensive line has been playing at an elite level. That is probably the thing to take away from this season. The defense has really stepped up, and adding a good secondary has helped out the pass rush. Well, today we will play Wyoming, one of the worst teams so far in the Mountain West, but I was interested because this is a team we have to go on the road and defeat, and I look at a lot of their players, and I think they are just very, very top heavy. A lot of good players at the top of their roster. Defensively, they're not as good. They only have 2 sacks on the year, but offensively, I think they have potential to do some things, at least in the future, if they retain a lot of their players. So let's get into this doubleheader episode. First, game number 1, as Wyoming does receive the opening kickoff, and they're going to have to face this really, really good defense coming into this week. I think this is peak Nevada right here. Here's a quick throw out to left side on the first play of the game, and there is a stop by the cornerbacks. Our cornerback group is really, really filled with guys that have a lot of experience, and Jackson Barton is a guy that doesn't have experience, number 26. He's going to have to step up here. There is a nice tackle that time by number 23. That's going to be Tyler Armstead, who is a transfer cornerback as well. 3 transfer cornerbacks in this secondary, brings it to a 3rd and 12. There is a nice throw across the middle, and that is a first down. Jackson Barton, who was on the roster a year ago, just didn't play too much, gives up the first down. Read option keeper this time by their quarterback, Philip Rush, as he gets to about the 50-yard line. His calling card is his legs, so expect him to scramble a lot today. 2nd and 7. Here is Rush, this time keeping it. He will get to the first down marker, maybe stop just a little bit short. And Russell Davis II is shaken up on that play. Now that brings it to a 3rd and inches. Here's a carry and a bounce to the outside by number 83, Darius McIver. And I hate to see those wide receiver numbers on running backs. That's a big-time carry, though. They're inside the red zone. 1st and 10 now. Here is Rush. This time throwing. It's intercepted. It's Sion Leolea. And how about that? The Platinum House Call gets him his first INT since upgrading him. And there we go, getting our defense going with a turnover after a long drive by Wyoming. That's got to suck. So here we go on offense. Here's Damico getting hit on that throw. That one stayed in the air. Almost could have been intercepted on that play. 3rd and 11 now. Damico, they rush 4 in the pocket. He stands in there and throws across the middle. It's Cooper Flanagan leading the conference with touchdown receptions with 7, and actually leads the nation in touchdown receptions at tight end this year. Here is DL getting a carry up the middle. Need to get that yards per carry average up, and he gets a first down there. Another quick throw to left side. There's Flanagan. Flanagan to the outside. He is out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. I think the thing that sets Flanagan just apart is his athleticism as well. There is pressure on Damico, and it somehow ends up in the hands of the defense. It's going the other way, and it's going to be a pick 6. We just saw this same exact play inside of our 20, and then this time it actually happens. Look at the pass rush. DL just absolutely just misses this blitz pickup, and then Damico just has no time to throw the football, and it's 7-0 versus 1-5 Wyoming. So here we go back on offense. There is Burleson fighting forward. He will be stopped just short of the first down. Now it's 2nd and 3. Here's another quick throw. This time it's Burleson again, and he gets inside the 30, and it's a first down. But we know this offense can't stay down for long, even though we had the turnover on the last drive. Here's an open man. It's Marquise Ashley all alone, making a man miss, and he will score. Nevada on the board. It didn't take long. That drive was only 4 plays, and Nevada punches it in. It's 7 up. So here's Wyoming back on offense here. Phillip Rush with the play action. Fake throwing across the middle. And in coverage that time is number 44, Austin Hornato, filling in for Russell Davis II, who will not return for this game. Here is another read option keeper, and that is going to be stopped just short. But they do bring in the kicker here. This one is from about 51 yards out, and their kicker nails it. So they will take the lead right back, 10-7 to start the second quarter. To the ground game for Nevada. There is a nice stop behind the line. And now we get it to a 3rd and 10. Another play action. Uh-oh, the pressure's getting to Damico, and he goes down. Number 44 for Wyoming is getting after us quite early today. He has 2 sacks today, by the way, and they only had 2 sacks coming into this game. Here is Rush with a nice throw to Eric Richardson across the middle of the field for a first down. Another play action fake. Here's a throw to the right side, and that's going to be another first down. Jackson Warren, the tight end. 1st and 10 again. Rush this time. Another read option. Keeps it, and we'll pick up a gain of 9. Wyoming's offense moving the ball versus our defense early on. We send 5 and more pressure, and Phillip Rush will get rid of it. It's Eric Richardson, their slot guy, and he gets it in. It's now a 17-7 lead here for the Cowboys. So here we go now. Here is DL with the carry to the right side, and he will fight forward for a gain of 9. Flanagan in the slot here. We go right to him. And that's another catch for our big target tight end. He's tough to guard, man. It's just fun to play with. Here is DL. Just look at the patience right there, waiting for the hole to develop. And it is a 1st and 10. This time running Burleson in motion. Back to Cooper Flanagan. And Flanagan's got space, and he picks up another first down. How many catches does Flanagan have so far of the 7 completions by Damico? Another throw to left side. It's Flanagan again. Inside the 5, fighting off of a tackler. And it is 5 for 82 so far for him. Back to the RPO. And it's another touchdown here. This time, it's Riley Langley, the backup tight end. Stole a touchdown that time from Flanagan, but it's okay. He gets in That's his second touchdown on the year. Down by 3 now. There is a nice defensive stop. That time it's Scooby Lewis, the senior, former walk-on strong safety. That brings it to a 3rd and 8 now. Here is Rush under pressure, throws, and this one's intercepted. It's Tyler Armstead, another one of those sophomore transfer cornerbacks, and he will give us good possession here, good field position, I should say, right before the end of half. Under 2 minutes to go. 2 interceptions so far on Rush today. So a minute and a half to go. Here's a quick throw to Mike Bandy. Good release off of the line. You cannot play press coverage on that 6'5" big body target. Just outside of what I would call field goal range here. 49 seconds to go here. Now it's a 3rd down. 3rd and 8 to be exact. They rush 5. Here's a throw to the right side. It's a wide open DL for the touchdown. And look at this off of the line. Nobody accounted for the running back. Just nobody. Enrique Damico just sees it right away, gets rid of it quickly. And that's an excellent find by our freshman quarterback. 31 seconds left in the half. They still have no timeouts left, actually. So they're going to have to move the ball quickly. And they run the read option there. That's going to force them to hurry it up here. They're still getting the play call from the sideline. The clock still continues to run. They snap it at 17 seconds. Here is Rush. Another throw and another interception. It's Larry Swain, the true freshman free safety. That's his 2nd INT on the year. How about that? Wow. They tried to run a little hurry up, but running the football, then they throw that pass. And now we're in the driver's seat. We have all 3 timeouts remaining, too. Here's a throw across the middle. It's going to be caught. It's Marquise Ashley. We will call a timeout right there. We ran the clear out route across the field, and Ashley just got open. One more shot to the end zone here before halftime. That one goes out of the back of the end zone. We will just bring out Darren Bortles, the freshman kicker, and he will knock that through. So we just turned those last 2 minutes into 10 points. And we end up going into halftime after being down 17-7, up 24-17. So second half action now as here is Rush, using his legs a lot in the first half. This time hands off to his back. That's a nice tackle once again by Scooby Lewis. Number 83, Darius McIver, cannot break out of that tackle. That brings it to a 3rd and long here. We have a lot of DBs on the field, but we do send pressure from the nickel, and we get home to the quarterback. It is going to be number 10, Logo Vaya, and he gets to the quarterback, and we do force the punt on the opening drive of the second half. Damico putting on a passing clinic towards the end of that first half. Here's a throw across the middle. That one's caught. It's Mike Bandy. That was almost thrown a little bit too far behind Mike Bandy on that one. Damico now throws to the sideline. This one's caught. Another catch by Cooper Flanagan so far in this game. Another handoff back to the ground game. DL, and he picks up 6. Enough for the first down. 3rd and 14 now. Here is Damico, this time throwing deep. And this time he's got Marshawn Brown, who just had inside position with that throw, which was supposed to be a back shoulder, but Marshawn Brown adjusted well to it. And this drive continues. This time a read option. Damico keeps it. Damico is in. Enrique Damico using his legs. And he gets in to extend this lead to 2 touchdowns here in the 3rd quarter. You almost forget he's such a great thrower of the football, and he's got 86 speed as well. 31-17 now, in control. Another throw across the middle. That's another interception. It's number 4 on the day for Nevada. This time it's the transfer safety from Texas A&M, Marcus Ratcliffe, who comes up with the turnover. How about this defense today? This is a series high for interceptions. Here's a throw deep, this time to Bandy. It stays in the air and it's intercepted off of the deflection. Bandy had it in his hands. He just could not hold on. And we turn it right back over on the next play. Now here's Wyoming back out onto the field. Little read option. Rush this time keeps it. This is what they do well. He's across the 50 inside the 40 at about the 38-yard line. He's got 9 carries for 72 yards today. At the 35 now, here is Rush. Throwing to a wide open man. Somehow beating Marcus Ratcliffe in coverage is going to be another big gain for Wyoming. McIver play action. He gets the ball right back, though, and that is going to be caught for a few yards, bringing it to a 3rd and short. Here is Rush this time trying to use his legs. He gets out of there, and he will be in for a touchdown. Ratcliffe couldn't get him in time, and they will now trim this lead back to 7. We have to put together a good drive here to put this game out of reach. Running Burleson in motion this time. RPO action over to Burleson. He's got it with a lot of room. And Mike Bandy, the freshman, with a great block on the outside, springs him free. Big gain on that one. Another short throw this time. It's Cooper Flanagan who's open. 8 for 105 today. We eventually get it inside the 15-yard line now. Here's a throw to the end zone, looking for Bandy this time. He holds on to it for the touchdown. The size, you can't deny it. 38 points put up here in this game. Remember, we're just coming off of a 62-point effort with 2 defensive touchdowns versus Air Force. But, man, Bandy just adds to the offense. Just another dynamic weapon. 2-score lead here. 5 minutes to go here in the 4th. But there is Eric Sendejo. You can't go through a game without an Eric Sendejo highlight. That's a loss of a few. And that brings it to a 4th and 6. This could be the ball game right here for Wyoming. We send 4. A quick throw and a big hit by Marcus Ratcliffe. Setting the tone for this defense is the transfer safety. And now we are set up here with short field goal field position. Play action fake now. Damico out of the pocket, throws, and that's a throw that only he can make. It's Riley Langley who has the catch. And now we're inside the 5. How about one more to cap off this game? It's DL for the touchdown. And another big game for this offense. We end up putting up 45 today, and Wyoming, 1 win on the season, just could not keep up. I talked about it. Their strength is their offense, but their defense gave up 45 points. You can't beat a team that's, giving up 45 points. It happens in college football, but not a whole lot. But Nevada gets the big road win here to move to 3-0 in Mountain West Conference play. Phillip Rush turned the football over 4 times as well. That's definitely not going to help. 4 touchdowns for Enrique Damico, 2 interceptions. So literally opposite stats there. DL, 16 for 68. He's right around that 4.2 yards per carry, which is literally his season average right now, and that's what he got today. I'm hoping that going into next season, that dramatically improves. Otherwise, I could look for other options at running back. I imagine that he's going to have a big offseason, so I do want to see him improve there. But, it definitely depends on, the improvement that he has going into next year. I mean, it's gotta be a lot better than 4.2 yards per carry for me. But our defense just balling out. Now that I see Sion Leo play every single game, it's going to be hard to replace a cornerback of his caliber. He makes plays pretty much every single game. We have a big commitment here, and our top 5 prospects are really good. I wanted to make sure to go after them really hard early in the season, and we land our second 4-star with Keon Burgess. Another guy, a local kid. His deal breaker is playing time, and I think he's going to play. I think he's definitely going to benefit from Jonathan Maldonado graduating along with Dylan LaBarbera. Both of our edge rushers are literally graduating, so Keon Burgess could step in and start day 1 as a true freshman coming off of that edge. I do want to focus on the bottom of our board a little bit. We have a quarterback that I really like here in Titus Saturday. Now, he is a pocket passer. It's going to take some time to probably develop him. And he's a lot different than what we have right now with Enrique Damico. Damico can run the football. Like, I don't really make that a part of the offense. Like, I don't run a ton of options, but he can scramble and extend plays, and that's something that I really, really like in a player. So maybe that's something I develop even with a pocket passer. Philip Udo is a guy that I value very, very highly, but the thing is, he's from Washington, and now Washington is going after him so hard. I just don't know if we will be able to compete in that battle. You got to know when to give up on battles in this game, and we could be near the end of giving up on him. You know, one thing I want to note is our impact freshman this year. Mike Bandy has been really, really good. We saw last game, you know, that big contested catch touchdown, and I'm hoping to get him 5 touchdowns on the year. That's kind of my goal for him. I didn't expect like a big statistic season from him as a freshman, but I knew he would be a touchdown scorer and a big red zone target. Greg Huntley is interesting. You know, a lot of you guys have actually pointed it out that, you know, he kind of gets dominated up front a little bit, but he's actually only given up 2 sacks, which isn't terrible. But he's a guy that I do want to continue to develop. He is star development, so I'm going to continue to play him. Wanted to point out that Nehemiah Burleson was on the roster. That's the bigger brother of Nate Burleson II. But let's move on to other freshmen here. Eric Sendejo has been so good. 4 sacks, even some impact plays when he's not getting to the quarterback. He's forcing early throws, 12 TFLs. I mean, the guy is just amazing. Eric Sendejo along with Amir Broussard, those guys are just really good up front. And I don't see anything changing up front with them, to be honest with you. I don't know if anybody's really going to steal any playing time from them unless they get hurt or something. There are some spots that I was hopeful for going into the season that we're not really getting great production from. Larry Tuilolo, playing the Mike linebacker, only has 6 tackles on the year, and that could be contributed to the playing time that Russell Davis II is getting at sub linebacker. Could be taking away some of his playing time. But then there's Larry Swain, who has just been so good at safety. Remember back in season 1, he was the highest rated prospect who was actually interested in coming to Nevada, and he's been just really good. I was worried about his 85 speed, but it really hasn't affected him too much. Like, he has been in on a lot of tackles. He's been the last line of defense. He's been really good for us. I'm excited for his development. And then we have the freshman kicker, Darren Bortles, who is going to develop his leg, but his accuracy is probably going to be terrible. So I imagine that's probably going to be like low 70s once we get that maxed out. But deep range does allow easier accuracy timing when you have kick power that is above 86. So once we get some XP, we will definitely like unlock that deep range physical ability and allow him to develop there. So the Mountain West is definitely heating up. UNLV is 4-1 in conference play. Hawaii is 4-0. They play each other. Remember, we are also undefeated. We are 3-0 in conference play now. And we look to go to 4-0 after a win here versus UTEP. Now, UTEP is interesting. Remember, we played them in the bowl game last year, and their quarterback was Malachi Nelson. Well, he decided to transfer away, and he goes to Georgia State, and I'm not sure that was the greatest decision because Georgia State is a 2-5 football team, so he literally leaves to a worse situation. So let's get into the highlights of the second game of this episode, and this is the UTEP game, and this is the first time we're playing them in the Mountain West Conference. So remember, NIU and UTEP both joined this season for the first time as members in the Mountain West, so we really want to make them feel it here in their first game versus Nevada in conference. Here's the first pass of the game out to the left side, and it's Mike Bandy again. It's the size. It's the strength. It's the ability to go up and get it in traffic. It's pass interference on the defense anyway. We will decline that. At about the 50 now. Here is Damico using his legs. He's going to throw this one-on-one to Marshawn Brown, but that is their star cornerback there knocking that one away. 3rd and 10 now. Damico scrambling to the right side. He's going to try to get there himself, and he gets pushed out of bounds. And it's 4th and 4. We are going to line up to go for this one. Here is Damico. It's a corner blitz this time. And throwing to Bandy. And it looks like he may have been inches short of that first down. later in the first quarter. We're inside the 5 now. Here's a RPO action over to Burleson, the second, and he picks up the first down. Burleson still leads us in yards, can you believe it, even over Cooper Flanagan at this point. Here's Damico, though, under pressure. He goes down. It's a scoop and score by the defense. And UTEP will be on the board first in this one. As they are at home, and they're feeding off of this home crowd. Take a look. They actually ran a stunt here, and I didn't see that defensive tackle, and it was just perfect execution. Enrique Damico runs right into it. So with a 7-0 lead, here is UTEP now in the red zone. A quick RPO over to the middle of the field, and the tight end fights in inside the 5. That is a true freshman quarterback, Parker Van Ness here, replacing Malachi Nelson as well. So they're inside the 5. They choose a play action, throw into left side. It's intercepted. It's Larry Swain. He's going to go the other way, and that 85 speed is not going to do him any favors here. He gets run down at about the 27-yard line. If he just had the speed, that's an easy pick 6. But Larry Swain, so this is actually his second INT of the season right there. And he's having a really good freshman year. Damico throws across the middle. That's Cooper Flanagan. Another catch. He by far leads us with catches. I think Burleson is just edging him out right now with yards. Here's DL with a nice draw play. That one will get the first down on a 3rd and short. Inside the 15, play action. They bite it that time on the fake. And here is a throw to the flats. Cooper Flanagan could not juke his way in. And now we're at the 3. 3rd and 1, a carry. DL fights in for the touchdown, and he will get us on top here. Actually, not on top. It's going to be a tie ball game, 7-7. So 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Here is a quick throw across the middle. It's Burleson again. He's got it, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as well. Damico trying to put together a 2-minute drill. He scrambles. No, he's going to throw it at the last second, and he's got Burleson again across the middle. He's tackled at about the 33-yard line. 4 for 57 for Burleson. 1st and 10 again, just on the edge of field goal range. Uh-oh, play action fake in. The pocket does collapse. That defense was in there right away. Damico all the way back at the 43. It's a 3rd and 19 now. Damico loads up, throws this one deep to Bandy, and Bandy doesn't even see it. It's intercepted by the defense. And that opportunity squandered right before halftime. And UTEP will take the 10-7 lead going into half. We fast forward to late in the 3rd quarter, about 2 minutes to go. Here is Enrique Damico throwing downfield. It's Cooper Flanagan all alone, finding a spot in the zone. And Damico makes a great throw that time. So we need to punch it in here on this drive across the 50. UTEP sends pressure. There is Burleson again. All alone. He's pushed out at about the 13-yard line. 6 for 97 today. He's got 538 yards receiving on the season through 6.5 games. So we make it through here in the 4th quarter. Here's a throw to the flats, and that's DL who fights to the pylon. It's a touchdown. So we take the lead late. Only 7-point score through the first 3 quarters, and we score on the first play of the 4th. We get possession here with 4.5 minutes to go in this game. Here's a throw to the right side. It's Flanagan. Another first down catch for him. Now here we are now at a 3rd and 9. Here is Enrique Damico scrambling to the right side, trying to buy some time. Throws it at the last second. He's got a man in the end zone. It's caught. It's Marshawn Brown. Touchdown, Nevada. Could not score at all through the first 3 quarters, and now we score 2 in the 4th. That's an excellent throw by Damico, by the way. And we have the 21-10 lead here late. Can the true freshman quarterback Parker Van Ness bring them back? There is a scramble, and he slides down. Short of the first down, they elect to hurry up offense here, and now it's 3rd and 4. Here is Van Ness with pressure up the middle, and he just gets it away. But look at Amir Broussard. Taking out a double team, just gets his paws up there. And now it's 4th and 4. This could be the game right here. Here is a throw to the right side, and that's a great tackle, and that's Sion Leolea again. And he makes another big play for this defense. 21-10. Here's a throw to the right side. It's Flanagan again. He's going to be stopped just short of the first down. We're going to bring in the kicker, Darren Bortles, true freshman, to bring this to a 14-point lead. But the kick is wide to the right. Those angles are pretty tough. But now UTEP has another opportunity here. Here is Van Ness throwing across the middle. He's got a man to about the 45. It's Jaden Wilson who's going to be shaken up on that play. At about the 50 now on a 2nd and 6. Pressure getting to Van Ness, and it is a sack. It's Eric Sendejo, sack number 5 on the year. They eventually get it to a 4th and 5, and they will find a receiver open. And another first down keeps this drive going. So here's Van Ness throwing to the end zone. This one's caught, and UTEP is not done just yet. They will line up to go for 2 here to make it a 3-point game, down 21-16. And here is the true freshman quarterback, Parker Van Ness. This time he keeps it on the read option, cuts up field when he had an end zone to the left, to the outside, and he decided to cut it up. They go for the onside kick. They have to at this point, and Marshawn Brown does recover it, but they do have all 3 timeouts, so 1 first down will win this game with a minute to go. Read option, this time a keeper, and Enrique Damico has it. He falls down, and Nevada barely will squeak out this win here, 21-16. And UTEP maybe has a little bit of something against us because they played us well in the bowl game last year, played us well today. We sneak out of here with the win, though, on the road. And maybe it was the road atmosphere that made it a little tough for us. But Parker Van Ness was really good. He's going to be a good quarterback for them as long as they do keep him around. David LeCouture, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I just call him DL, as you've noticed this episode. DL had 17 carries for 30 yards. That is a pretty below average performance. But the receiving core just continues to do well. Like this team is pretty well set as our weapons at receiver and tight end. Cooper Flanagan has definitely added to that. And the defense just continues to play well. We get another interception by Larry Swain. We get after the quarterback a few times today. I believe he had 4.5 sacks today. Maybe 5. But this was just a good victory and a good episode. 2 wins in this one. Lorenzo Booker does end up committing to the Wolfpack. And we add some more to this edge rusher class that we're getting here with Booker and Keon Burgess. And I think that these 2 guys are going to be great for us. I wonder what Lorenzo Booker's attributes are going to look like. I don't even know if he has any physical abilities or if he is, normal dev. He could be a gem for all we know. We don't have many gems on our board, actually, that we've unlocked so far. But Booker is going to be a really good defensive lineman for us. Khalil Childress is very close to committing. And then that will round out our top 5 prospects. I really want Childress, though. He's got some athleticism that I haven't seen with any linebacker that we've recruited so far in this series. We did end up recruiting in Season 1 Larry Tuilolo, but he is not having the season that I thought he would. And that's the reason why I like Childress so much. I think I just need a guy that's athletic, kind of what we see from now the transfer in Davis II. And I need another one of those linebackers. Like if I can get one to replace Davis, that's going to be huge for this series. And Davis right now is a senior, so this is going to be his final year. And as we look at the award watch list, there are some interesting guys in this list. Marcus Freeman is going for Coach of the Year. He's leading an undefeated Notre Dame team. But as we go through all of these awards, how about Rocco Beck now at Tennessee, the front runner for the Heisman and all of these Offensive Player of the Year awards? And then Russell Davis II is here on these linebacker and defensive player award lists. He is actually 6th in both defensive player of the year awards, which is pretty crazy. Like, to see a player from Nevada on these lists. How about Red Murdoch from Buffalo as well, leading linebacker of the year? And then Russell Davis is actually 5th for linebacker of the year. So make that make sense. He is 6th for player of the year, 5th for linebacker of the year. But Cooper Flanagan, no surprise here. He's having just an amazing year. Leads all tight ends in touchdowns with 7. He's got 600 yards receiving. He is on top of that best tight end award as well. So to end the season, we have NIU, San Jose State, Hawaii, and then our rival UNLV. What I'm probably going to do next episode, it's probably going to be a triple header episode, NIU and San Jose State, and then Hawaii, before having a single game episode dedicated to our rivalry with UNLV. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. But it depends on if UNLV keeps winning, because we could play them in back-to-back weeks, because we could both make the Mountain West Conference Championship as well. So that's going to do it here in this episode. This Nevada team is a lot of fun here in Season 2. Can't wait to see what happens through the final 4 games. Hit subscribe, hit that like button. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.